Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Now, if you'd like to work on a question from the Eggheads while you watch at home, Beth, you've got one.
I do. What can the phrase, rotten men inevitably visit ugly ex-girlfriends, be used to remember?
Rotten men inevitably visit ugly ex-girlfriends. OK, let's find out at the end of the show. Taking on the might of our quiz Goliaths today are doing it for the Craic from Northern Ireland. Now, this team are all either current or former members of the Quiz Society at Queen's University Belfast. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Lily and I'm a customer services advisor.
Hi, I'm Robert and I'm a tour guide.
Hi, I'm John and I'm a microbiology student.
Hi, I'm Shay and I study law and politics.
Hi, I'm Mihal and I'm an English literature student.
So, Lillian team, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. Wonderful to have you from Belfast.
Thanks a lot.
What do they say? Is it the Craic is 90?
Yeah.
Is that the
That's
phrase?
exactly what they say. That is exactly it.
And Craic just means good times?
Yeah, it's like banter.
Yeah. Is there banter in the Quiz Society?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And are you all at the same stage in your education or?
No.
Not quite?
So I've graduated. Robert's just doing a master's now. John is in second year, is that right? And then, so Shay's also in second year, and Mihal is in his last year of university.
And what's Queen's like in Belfast?
It's beautiful.
Really?
I think it's such an underrated university. People really should visit a lot more.
And I'm thinking we got the cream of the quizzers here.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you said that. OK, well, listen, good luck, challengers. Hope you do really well. Every day, as you know, there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. However, if you fail to defeat the Eggheads, we take the money and roll it over to our next show. Now, doing it for the Craic, I can tell you that the Eggheads have won the last, do you know how many?
21.
21 games. So that means there's £22,000. That will be the round on you at the student bar. So, shall we give it a go?
Definitely.
Crack on. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of history. So one of you, please, against either Beth, Chris, Barry, Kevin or Judith.
Who's in?
I'll go for history.
Do you want to go for history, Shay? Yeah?
Okay,
fantastic. Who do you want to go against?
Kevin.
Yes,
Ooh,
I like the idea.
Straight in.
So Shay from Doing It for the Craic versus Kevin from the Eggheads. They're starting big. To ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in our question room? OK, Shay, first round, you take it on Kevin. Wow, I'm sensing there's destiny here.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, why not?
All right, here's your first question, Shay. Which of these historical figures was born first? Joseph Stalin, Kim Jong-il, or Fidel Castro?
Well, I know Kim Jong-il is the current dictator of North Korea's father, so he would have to be born, I think, the most recent. I'm sort of torn up between Castro and Stalin, but I suppose Castro was active in the 60s and Stalin was already premier of the USSR in the 1940s, so I think I will choose Stalin.
Joseph Stalin is quite right. Well done. Nice start. OK, Kevin. The Anglo-Saxon Heptarchy was so called as it was said to include how many separate kingdoms? 3, 7, or 12?
Well, Hep refers to 7. So there were seven kingdoms at that particular time when somebody came up with that name. It varied a bit over the centuries, but 7 at the time.
7 is right. Shay, back to you. The Ridolfi plot, hatched by the Italian banker Roberto Ridolfi, involved a plan to overthrow which English monarch? Elizabeth I, William III, or Henry V?
On the face of it, I'm not really sure. I think Henry V would be quite early, so sort of the medieval period. I don't think it's William III, so I will say Elizabeth I.
I like your logic, you're quite right. Elizabeth I. You're playing well, Shay. I can see Kevin starting to tremble a bit. Those knees are knocking. Which of these World War II vehicles was a fighter plane, Kevin? Northover Projector, Gloucester Gladiator, or Sherman Firefly?
I'm not sure I've ever heard of the Northover Projector. The Gloucester Gladiator was a biplane. I can't remember anything about I've heard the name of the Sherman Firefly, but I can't remember anything about it. Chris will be jumping up and down, I'm sure, for this one, but I'm in trouble here. I'm going to have to go for the Gloucester Gladiator.
OK, let's check in with Chris. This is meat and drink to him.
The Sherman Firefly was a tank.
Yep.
But the Gloucester Gladiator was actually the last biplane fighter commissioned by the RAF. It's sort of state-of-the-art from
Yeah,
1937 with an enclosed cockpit and what have you. And there were actually still a few squadrons of Gladiators operational at the time of the Battle of Britain.
Biplane, yes, but fighter plane, so you are right.
Yeah.
Northover projector was an anti-tank device, just so
Oh,
you
right,
know.
OK, yeah. So, yeah, that's why I wasn't remembering it as a plane, yeah, OK.
OK, well, you got that right, but you can see, Shay, he's not invincible. Here's your question. In the World War II Operation Mincemeat, German intelligence was tricked into believing the Allies were intending to invade Greece and which island? Sardinia, Cyprus, or Malta?
I'm torn between Cyprus and Malta. I think because Cyprus, I think, is near Greece, I'll just say Cyprus.
It's neither, it's Sardinia. I'm sorry to say. OK, Kevin, you can take the round with this. Where did the Roman Emperor Septimius Severus die in 211 AD? Spain, Britain, Egypt?
I believe he died in York, so it's Britain.
No doubt about it. You're right. Britain is correct. 3 out of 3. So hard, Shay, but brave attempt to take Kevin down early on before he'd warmed up thoroughly.
Thank you. I tried my best.
You did indeed. You were beaten by our Eggheads. You won't be in the final, but a good start all the same for our challengers. Confident play from them. Please come back, rejoin your teams. We had a mention of Operation Mincemeat, which is just a trove of quiz answers. Kevin, it was a dead person in the sea, is that right?
Yeah, they basically found somebody who nobody would miss, who was a tramp, effectively, who just died. And they dressed him up, they gave him they came up with false papers, came up with an identity as a major in intelligence, and just by means of submarine, they put the body out into the water where it would wash ashore on the coast of Spain, be found by the local police, who then reported it back to the German embassy, etc., etc., with copies of plans on him indicating that the main Allied thrust, their invasion, was going to head for Sardinia.
Greece, Sardinia, but it was actually going where?
Sicily was invaded in July 43, so I think that was probably relating to that.
So as it stands, doing it for the Craic have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any. Kevin is still in. Time to crack on. The next subject is arts and books. Who would like this? Arts and books.
Oh, Mihal.
Well, you do study English, Mihal.
You can do it.
Some
You'll smash
hubristic,
it.
but I will.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
It'll be grand.
Mihal, against whom can't be Kevin?
Chris would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Yeah. Chris, would you like to?
Don't ask him.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right, good stuff. So, Mihal from Doing It for the Craic versus Chris from the Eggheads. Second round, here we go. To the question room, please. Well, Mihal, you're a man of many talents, I know. You do a lot of creative writing.
Yeah, I try to.
Don't be too modest. Are you writing stories then, or what?
Poetry and
Poetry, right.
Yeah, bit of drama.
And you're studying it as well, presumably.
Yeah, English literature at Queen's.
Favourite poet?
At the moment, probably Sinead Morrissey.
A current Irish poet?
Yes, she just won the Forward Prize.
Brilliant. And you're also a violinist?
Yes.
Wow. Arts and books, Mihal, would you like to go first or second?
I'll jump in first, please.
OK, here we go. Shakespeare's Troilus and Cressida was written at the start of which century? 13th, 15th, or 17th?
Gonna go for 17th.
Absolutely bang on. That's when he was alive. 17th is right. Chris, which of these characters from Ian Fleming's James Bond books is a CIA agent? Chris, is it Felix Leiter, Auric Goldfinger, or Emilio Largo?
Well, Auric Goldfinger and Emilio Largo were both villains, so it's Felix Leiter.
It is Felix Leiter. Mihal, which of these authors lived until he was 91? J.D. Salinger, C.S. Lewis, or H.G. Wells?
I've studied all of them. I know J.D. Salinger was quite reclusive. I just know bits and pieces about all three of them. Not necessarily necessary information. I'm gonna go with C.S. Lewis.
Now, our man on the dates is usually Kevin.
I think it's Salinger.
Yeah. Can you do some dates for us? Salinger?
Salinger, I mean, it's not long since Salinger died. I think he was born about 1919 or thereabouts.
But you're right. Anyway, Salinger, it is Michal, sorry, who wrote Catcher in the Rye. OK, Chris, to take the lead. The death of the character Billy Bones occurs in the opening chapters of which 1883 adventure novel? Is this Treasure Island, Robinson Crusoe, or Kidnapped?
Oh, Billy Bones dies at the start of Treasure Island.
Treasure Island is right. Michal, to stay in, your question. In 1976, 118 works by which artist were stolen from an exhibition at the Palais des Papes in Avignon, France? Van Gogh, Picasso, or Monet?
This is verging out of my expertise as a literature student. I'm going to say Monet.
Anyone?
I think it could be Picasso.
Very likely Picasso. I think he was so
He's
prolific.
got more.
Because he has
stuff.
more. Yeah, okay, that's a good way of getting to it. Picasso did a lot of paintings, is the egghead way of getting there. Picasso is the answer. Michal, sorry, Chris has won. Michal, sorry, knocked out, but still your team could do it. You can do it, challengers. Let's see what happens next. As it stands, doing it for the Craic have lost a couple of brains from the final round, and the Eggheads they've got the swagger, so it's time to just knock them over. The next subject is sport. Maybe that's perfect. Who wants this?
That's me, isn't it?
Rob, okay, against which Egghead? And it can be Beth or Judith or Barry.
Judith.
Oh, dear.
It's not a foregone conclusion.
No,
Was that just...
trust me, it is.
It's the gesture.
So Robert, from doing it for the Craic, to take on Judith on one of her favourite subjects, sport. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions. So Judith, sport again?
Sport again.
And at school you were a lacrosse person?
I was in the team, and I played on the wing.
And how about you, Robert? What do you enjoy?
I'm a football fan, soccer. I'm a Manchester United fan for my sins. And I used to play a bit of Gaelic football, which is an Irish kind of sport. Played that for about 10 years. I doubt there'll be any questions on that, but sure, we'll see.
It could be. OK, so would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Good luck, Robert. Here we go. Excluding the goalkeeper, what colour shirts do Manchester United football players usually wear when playing home matches? Red, white or blue?
Yeah, that's red, Jeremy.
Red is right. Here's your question. The British and Irish Lions rugby union team usually plays a test series every 4 years against either New Zealand, South Africa or which other country? Argentina, Australia or France?
Well, if they have to go below the equator, so it must be Australia, I suppose.
Australia's right.
Yeah.
Well done. Robert, which men's cyclist won a gold medal in the team pursuit at the 2008, 2012 and 2016 Olympic Games? Ed Clancy, Chris Hoy or Mark Cavendish?
It's a toss-up between Chris Hoy and Mark Cavendish. If memory serves me correctly, Chris Hoy wasn't part of the 2016 Olympics. So on that basis, I think I'll go Mark Cavendish.
You started with some good logic, but you went astray, I'm afraid. It's Ed Clancy. Judith, your chance to take the lead. Vernon Philander usually performs which role for the South African Test cricket team? Opening batsman, wicketkeeper, or seam bowler?
And it's spelt with an F or a what?
Yeah, sorry, Philander,
Oh,
or one word.
Philander. Bowler.
Bowler.
Bowler. Magic right.
Magic right's got you there. Seam bowler's right.
Ooh, that's a magic
Yeah,
right.
did it. Absolutely. Now, Robert, you've got to get this right. How many Olympic medals did the sprinter Linford Christie win? 1, 2 or 3?
I know so many people at home are going to be going, it's 1 or 2 or 3. I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to go for 2.
Any eggs now?
Well, he won the gold in the 100 metres in Barcelona in '92, and he was upgraded in the '88 games.
Just depends on whether there's a relay medal as well.
Silver in the 4x100 metres in 1988 as well. The answer is 3. Sorry, knocked out by Judith. Judith through on sports. Bunting, pennants, ticker tape.
Yes.
Well done,
Yes.
Judith. One more round to play before that final. Return to us, both of you, and we'll play it. Okay, doing it for the Craic have lost brains for the final round. Yeah. The Eggheads have not lost any, but they can get overconfident as well. So we've got one more round before the final. It's music.
Oh, God.
So it's going to be John or Lily, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, bye.
You're more of a music-y person than me, I think.
This is, okay.
You've got left, let's see, Barry and Beth.
Barry or Beth? So funky. It's the choice of the funky shirts, really.
Should I go for Barry? What do you think, guys?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you take him out, that means there's only one good shirt left.
Modern.
So Barry?
Barry, I think.
Barry, yeah.
Okay, Barry. So it's going to be Lily from Doing It for the Craic versus Barry from the Eggheads. And the challengers here, just trying to get the initiative. And please, for the last time, go to the question room. Well, Lily, I know you all quiz, and you also have quite a bit to do with the RAG societies. Tell us what they are.
So RAG is Raising and Giving. It's the charitable society at our university. We choose a couple of charities each year and put as much money towards them as we can by doing different things across the year.
And have you done anything particular yourself?
I climbed Kilimanjaro and raised £2,400, which all went towards building schools in Tanzania, which was really cool.
How absolutely brilliant. So it's music. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
And here we go. Which of these is a stringed instrument, Lily? Is it glockenspiel, lute, or piccolo?
It's a lute.
It is a lute. Well done. Barry, your question. The musical Rock of Ages is based around classic rock songs from which decade? 1960s, 80s, or 2000s?
Do you know, I don't know this. I don't think it's as late as the 2000s. Classic rock songs, were there many classic rock songs in the 60s? No, I'm going to go for the 1980s.
1980s is quite right. So, Lily, I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know, the one that takes you to the places where all the veins meet, yeah. So this is not just the presenter's gone mad. These are lyrics from a song, but which song? The song titles you've got are Bittersweet Symphony, Wonderwall, or Common People.
Oh, I'm gonna kick myself if I don't get this right. I'll take you. So it's I'll Take You Down.
The only road I've ever been down.
The only road I've ever been down. I don't think it's Wonderwall. I feel like my teammates might be screaming at me. I don't think I've ever listened to Bittersweet Symphony. I don't feel like it's Common People. I'm going to go for Bittersweet Symphony simply because I don't think it's the other two.
This is a very good way of playing. Is she right, challengers?
We're reckoning so, yeah.
They like that, and you're right. Well done. Bittersweet Symphony. She's ahead, Barry. Your question. Glory Days was a UK #1 album in December 2016 for which pop group? Little Mix, Take That, or One Direction?
Oh, I was expecting to see Bruce Springsteen up there. It's one of my favourite Springsteen tracks. So who was this? Glory Days. Oh, I think that was Little Mix.
Little Mix is right, Barry. Lily, your third question. Which of these is an opera by Verdi? Is it Pagliacci, Il Trovatore, or La Favola d'Orfeo?
I feel like I need Mihal to be here. I feel like he'd know this. So it was an opera by
Verdi.
Verdi. I'm going to go for the middle one. Il Trovatore?
Okay, Il Trovatore. Barry, you know.
It's Il Trovatore.
Well done.
Oh,
3 out of 3, playing well, team captain. Now, Barry, this is interesting. Which character dies at the end of the first act in Adolphe Adams' 1841 ballet Giselle?
Oh.
Is it Albrecht, Bathilde, or Giselle?
Well, it'd be unlikely to be Giselle at the end of the first act in the ballet. Well, I'm wondering, is that the one where she comes back as a ghost? I'm sure Albrecht is a dwarf in the Wagner's Ring, so I'll discount Albrecht. And I don't think Giselle, guys, so on that basis, I'll go for Bathilde.
Bathilde. And if you've got this wrong, you're out, Barry. It is a bit of a stinker because it is Giselle.
I wondered about that, because she must come back as one of the Willies, as a ghost.
I think some eggheads know this.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she comes back as a ghost. I mean, the Willies or Villies are, they're a group of female ghosts as well that she's sort of part of and not part of. But Albrecht is the character, and he's the sort of male lead who's and that sort of anti-hero.
Oh, so Albrecht is in it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Barry, you're out. Well done, Lily. How about that? Through on music in the final, and the final, remember, is for £22,000. Come back to us. We'll play it now. So this is what we've been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Robert, Shay and Mihal from Doing It for the Craic, and also Barry from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Lily and John, you're playing to win Doing It for the Craic, £22,000. Oh my goodness, now I'm nervous. Beth, Chris, Kevin and Judith, you're playing for something that money can't buy, which is to protect the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge. You can confer.
Wait.
The question is, can your 2 brains defeat these 4? Would you like to go first or second?
We've gone first each time so far, and we'll switch things up and go second.
OK. Good luck, challengers, and we start with the Eggheads. The tapir is a mammal native to South and Central America and which other continent? Asia, Europe, or Africa?
It's probably Africa, isn't it?
Probably
We don't have them in Europe, do we?
No. Tapirs in Africa, I think.
Africa?
Yeah.
I think. Or is it Asia? Oh,
We mustn't make a mistake.
I'm pretty sure it's Africa.
yeah.
Are we all right with Africa?
We're all right with Africa.
All right. We think that's Africa, Jeremy.
Africa is your answer. And that answer came from Beth and Chris and...
All of us.
All of us.
No, I don't know about that. I didn't hear Kevin say it quite.
I was worried about Asia.
And then you said, let's not rush.
Yes.
And then you all rushed and got the answer wrong.
Yeah.
It's Asia.
It's not.
Yes, it's Asia.
It is Asia.
Oh, lordy.
OK. It could not have started better. £22,000 to play for. Just hold focus here. Your question, challengers. The national flag of Monaco consists of 2 horizontal stripes of which colours? Red and white, blue and white, or green and white?
We've got our little vexillologist here. So you were thinking red and white?
I feel like it's red and white just from watching the Grand Prix
Wow.
too much.
Well, you
could
seem
be
to know
wrong.
more than me, so... and red and white seems like quite royal colours, and it's, quite an upmarket country, as it were. So, shall I go for red and white?
Yeah.
Red and white is.
OK, red and white. They're trembling back there, aren't you? They're literally shouting, you're too far away for us to hear you. Red and white is correct.
Yes.
OK, my goodness. OK, so they're ahead. Oh, Eggheads. Your question. Sajid Javid is a member of which political party? Conservative, Liberal Democrats, or Labour?
Yeah, minister.
Conservative.
He's a minister
Yeah.
at the moment.
Secretary of State for Communities and Local Government.
Exactly.
Conservative.
Yeah.
Tory.
So he's Tory.
He's a Conservative minister.
Conservative is right. You're level, but you have a question in hand here, challengers. Just keep getting them right. You're 2 correct answers away from winning £22,000. OK, here we go with your second question. Who directed the 2017 film Dunkirk? Is it Sam Mendes, Christopher Nolan, or Ridley Scott?
This was perhaps one of the best bits of directing Christopher Nolan
Yeah,
has done.
it was amazing.
So we're going to go with Christopher Nolan.
100%.
Christopher Nolan is correct. If they get this wrong, the money's yours. You won't even have to answer a third question. Which of these is traditionally a rum-based cocktail? Eggheads, is it Americano, Sazerac, or Dark and Stormy?
Crikey.
Dark and stormy, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Dark and stormy.
Dark and stormy, yeah, as rum.
What's in it? Rum.
I can't remember the other ingredients. Yeah. I'm sure that's the one anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We think that's a dark and stormy.
If you've got it wrong, the contest is over. Rum-based, do you know this one?
It's dark and stormy.
Dark and stormy is the right answer. Well done, Eggheads. So, your third question. They started, they got their first one wrong. If you get this right, you'll have got all three and you will be £22,000 the richer.
Let's keep it zen.
An image of Godmersham Park features on which Bank of England banknote? Is it the 5, 10 or £20 note?
See, this is unfair. See, we use Irish money back in Northern Ireland. Parks, right.
So, I haven't seen a £20 note in a long time.
Are we going to go lucky middle? Go £10?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Godmersham Park.
Godmersham Park.
I think I recall it being on the red, which is £10, isn't it?
Yes.
Shall we go £10?
You know what? Let's do it.
You know what? We're in it for the crack. £10.
Okay, so you've said £10. If you have got it right, you are the winners today and you will have won £22,000 and brought the Eggheads to a juddering halt. If you've got it wrong, we play on, we go to sudden death. It's the house of Jane Austen's brother. The answer is £10. We say congratulations, challengers, you have won! Well done.
Oh my God, did that just happened?
It just happened. And it's brilliant.
Oh
well done back there. Did you know it back there? I don't think you did.
No, no idea.
So they were on tenterhooks. When you said the answer, they didn't know it was right.
Did you guys know that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
Well,
would know that.
there's a reason you're the egghead.
Well done doing it for the crack. You have beaten them. You've won £22,000 fair and square. You are officially cleverer than the Eggheads. Oh, Beth, we've almost forgotten your question.
Yes, I asked what rotten men inevitably visit ugly ex-girlfriends can be used to remember.
So it's a mnemonic where
It
you
is a
take the
mnemonic.
first letter of each word.
Yes.
And I was usually it's the size of wine bottles, but if it's not that, tell me what it is.
This is the electromagnetic spectrum, ranging from the longest one, radio.
R, yes.
M.
M.
Micro. I. Infrared. Visible light. Ultraviolet. X-rays. And then gamma rays, which are the shortest.
Thank you, Beth. Well done, Crack. The crack was 90, wasn't it? Eh? Join us next time on Eggheads to see if a new team can be just as brilliant as these challengers from Northern Ireland. Until then, goodbye. If you'd like to work on a question from the Eggheads while you watch at home, Barry, you've got one.
Born in 1889, what unique double was achieved by British politician Philip Noel Baker?
And he achieved a double.
He achieved a double that nobody else has ever achieved.
Right. We'll find out the answer to that at the end of the show. Now, hoping to get one over on our quiz champions today are Welsh Women Walking from South Wales. This team met through their shared love of walking, talking and taking on new challenges. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Pauline and I'm a housewife.
Hello, I'm Gwenda and I'm a management consultant.
Hi, I'm Helen. I'm a managing director.
Hi, I'm Jane. I'm a director of a financial services company.
Hi, I'm Linda. I'm an accountant.
Pauline and team, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. And I'm just thinking you're stationary, but normally you're walking. Is that right?
That's right. We love walking.
And whereabouts do you walk? Just in Wales? Or?
We love walking the beautiful countryside and coastline of South Wales, and that's where we're based.
Fantastic. So do you go out once a week or once a month?
We meet once a month, and while we're doing that, we raise money for local charities.
How brilliant.
Yes.
And your walks are how long, usually?
Average between 5 and 7 miles.
OK, so it's sociable and it's fitness
It's
and
very
everything else.
sociable. I would say we're a friendship group, fundamentally.
The joy of walking is what?
The joy of walking is obviously the countryside, the fresh air, the feeling of well-being, and the friendships that we've made through doing it.
Do you quiz when you're on foot? Do you do a little bit of quizzing? Capital cities, currencies, flags?
We talk.
Okay.
We do a lot of talking, but that could be a good idea.
But facts come up in conversation, there's no doubt about that.
Yes.
Good luck, challengers.
Thank you very much.
Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. Now, Welsh Women Walking, the challengers won the last game, which proves it can be done. So there's £1,000 to play for now. And the first head-to-head battle is on the subject of science. So one of you, please, against either Beth, Steve, Barry, Kevin, or Judith.
Well, it's definitely not me for science. Anybody?
I don't know. What are we going to do? I'll do it. That's fine. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
sure, yes.
Okay.
Comfortable
But
with
who do we want?
OK, Linda.
Yes.
Who looks like they're baffled by botany? Or other forms of science?
We'll have... Oh, I'll play against Judith, please.
Very good. So,
Very good pick.
so Linda from Welsh Women Walking takes on Judith on science from the Eggheads. And just to ensure there's no conferring, please go to our famous question room. All right, Linda, we'll crack on with science. And would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
Here's your first question, Linda. In the 1980s, the use of chlorofluorocarbons in which of these domestic appliances began to be phased out because of their effect on the ozone layer? Was this video recorders, refrigerators, or microwave ovens?
Well, I don't think it's going to be video recorders, and I don't think it's microwave ovens. I'm going to go for refrigerators.
Refrigerators is the right answer. OK, Judith, here's your question. What is the name of the branch of physics which studies the relationships between heat and other forms of energy? Thermodynamics, electromagnetics, or quantum mechanics?
It's got to be thermo, because thermo's to do with heat, so thermodynamics.
Thermodynamics is right. Linda, in 2016, scientists announced that they discovered a Greenland shark estimated to be how old, making it the longest living vertebrate known on Earth. So it's a Greenland shark, 50 years, 400 years, or 1,500 years.
Oh, well, I don't think it's going to be 50. It's going to be more than that. 400, 1,500. I'll go 400.
You've got it right.
Oh.
Well done.
Thank you.
Couldn't be 50 because we're vertebrates, aren't we? So we've got, I mean, none of us have hit 50 yet, but there is a chance.
Very kind, Jeremy.
OK, Judith. The condition known as tongue tie typically affects humans at what stage of life? Tongue tie, early years, middle age, or old age?
Oh, can you spell that?
Yeah, it's just tongue, and then tie is T-I-E. It's 2 words.
Getting tongue-tied? I didn't know that was a medical condition. I thought it was just to do with shyness.
Tongue tie.
Tongue tie. I've never heard of it, apart from people being shy and tongue-tied. Well, I think it's probably either early years or old age. Do babies get tongue tie, whatever that is? Oh, gosh, I really don't know. It's a punt. Tongue tie. I think it might be babies. I'm going to say early years.
Let's just check with Beth. Beth?
Babies can be born with a tongue tie, which is a little extra flap of skin under their tongue. It prevents them from feeding correctly. So they have to be cut.
OK, yeah, it's nothing to do with shyness. It's to do with an extra flap of skin, Judith says.
Well, I didn't think it was to do with shyness.
Yeah,
actually.
it needs to be cut.
And it's early years.
Early years?
Yeah.
Early years is the answer. Well done. Linda, your third question. What was the surname of the 20th century American psychologist whose most famous theory, the hierarchy of needs, now bears his name? Is this Rogers, Maslow, or Leary?
This isn't my area of expertise at all. The one I've heard of is Maslow, so I'll go with Maslow.
Yes, it is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's right. And I can't... Any eggheads here help us with what they actually are?
The physical needs are at the bottom, and it goes up a hierarchy up to the top, which is self-actualization.
So physical and then something and something. But someone told me the top one was Wi-Fi.
No, that's at the very bottom.
That's the revised version.
Maslow's right. Judith, to stay in, but you've got a good record on science, Judith. Here we go. Which geologic period is known as the Age of Fishes? Devonian, Permian, or Cambrian?
when fishes came in. I think Cambrian is the sort of latest. I think fishes were before that. I don't know. I'm going to say Devonian. It's by the sea.
Devonian is by the sea. I know that, Barry, because you taught me your mnemonic once, rusty camels sit down carefully, maybe their joints need oiling. Is that right?
Almost right, yes.
Go on, tell me.
The age of fishes is Devonian.
Yes,
It's
okay.
perfectly correct. Camels often sit down carefully, perhaps their joints creak. Early oiling might prevent permanent rheumatism. Is all the geological periods in order?
How do you remember that?
So if you remember the mnemonic, which takes a bit of effort, you can remember which one comes before which other one.
What's the first word in the mnemonic?
Well, I go for camels, for Cambrian, but you've got one that starts with a P for Precambrian. Which
Yes.
is a period before that.
Oh, I've got an extra.
You've got an extra one.
Wow,
in your
pulling
book.
rank on Barry. Devonian is right, Judith. Well done. So 3-3. Linda, you're doing well. Level. We go to sudden death. Gets a bit harder. I don't give you alternatives. Here's your question. In 1957, which country suffered an embarrassing setback in the space race when its Vanguard rocket exploded upon launch?
I'd have to say Russia, USSR at that point.
It was their counterparts, the United States,
Oh, okay.
because they fell behind as a result of that because Russia had the Sputnik. Okay, Judith for the round. A black and white drawing of which animal was used as the logo for the World Wildlife Fund when it was formed in 1961?
I think that was a panda.
Yes, panda. I could have accepted giant panda as well. Now known as the Worldwide Fund for Nature. You're through, Judith. You've won on science. Sorry, Linda, knocked out. Sudden death. You played well, though, and it's early days. So come back to us, please, and we'll play on. Welsh Women Walking have lost a brain from the final round. The walking equivalent is somebody wandered off. The Eggheads have not lost any so far, stressed so far, and the next subject for you is geography. Hopefully some Welsh mountains there.
Helen.
Come on,
Yeah,
Helen.
Helen.
Good luck.
Okay,
Yeah.
Helen, our managing director, against which Egghead? And it can't be Judith.
Steve?
Sweet dogs.
Steve.
Yes, I think that sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right, very decisive here. Helen from Welsh Women Walking to take on Steve from the Eggheads. Please go to the question room now. Helen, I think I know why you've been chosen for geography, because you are the UK president of...
The Circumnavigators Club.
Ah, so meaning you circumnavigate the world?
Yes, the club was founded in the United States for adventurers and explorers in 1902 for people who had circumnavigated the globe. And so the club continues to this day.
And of course, 1902, they wouldn't have been doing it in airplanes at that stage.
All
would they? No.
sorts of adventurers and explorers doing it in different ways, yes.
I saw somebody circumnavigating on a bicycle recently, amazingly.
Yeah, that person would have to be a member.
Yeah, and have you done it yourself?
Yes, you have to have crossed every meridian in order to qualify as a circumnavigator. Have you?
No,
Oh,
I
right.
haven't. I don't think I've really been Australia, New Zealand that way. That's
Yeah.
the closed book to me, actually.
Right.
And certainly not in one go, which is the key thing.
You can do it in two goes. You can
Okay.
do halfway round and halfway round the other way.
Geography is the subject, Helen. Would you like to go first or second?
First, please.
And here we go with your first question. Good luck. The Mendips is a range of hills in which English county? Somerset, Herefordshire, or Norfolk?
Right. I've circumnavigated, but I don't know how good I am in the UK. I don't think it's Norfolk. I don't think it's Somerset. I'm going for Herefordshire.
I could rule out Norfolk, but after that I would be struggling a bit. Teammates, any thoughts? What do you think?
I thought it was Somerset.
Somerset is the right answer.
Oh, dear.
Helen.
Sorry.
Not at all. Steve. The city of Las Vegas in Nevada is located in which desert? Is it the Chihuahuan, Mojave, or Yuma?
I would imagine that's the Mojave, Jeremy.
Ever been there?
No.
Mojave is right. Any eggheads here? Chihuahuan?
No,
Where's that?
I don't know what
Mexico.
it's
North
called.
Mexico.
And the Yuma Desert?
Yuma's sort of in between. It's Arizona and probably just tips over slightly into California as well, but it's mostly Arizona.
Okay.
And,
So, Mojave is the right answer. Steve's ahead. Helen, your question to catch up. What is the official language of Chile? Spanish, French, or Italian?
Right. It's not Italian, it's not French, it's Spanish.
It is indeed Spanish. Well done. Steve, to the nearest 1,000, what was the population of the Isles of Scilly, according to the 2011 census? 2,000, 20,000, or 200,000?
Do you know, I've been looking at no end of population just lately, and this is one I've not seen. Isles of Scilly. I would have thought it more than 2. I don't know. I'll risk 20,000, but I'm really unsure.
There's a little gasp from the Eggheads. Eggs?
2,000. 2.
Yes, it's smaller.
Is it really?
2,000.
2.
Helen, this is good. He slipped. In areas of the south of England, such as Sussex, the word twitten is used to mean a narrow what? Stretch of water, alleyway, or valley?
I don't know that language, but it doesn't sound like a valley or an alleyway. I'm erring towards a stretch of water.
Stretch of water is wrong.
Oh.
It is alleyway.
Oh.
So, Steve, you can take the round with this. Which of these Asian countries consists of 2 regions which are separated by the South China Sea? Cambodia, Thailand, or Malaysia?
Well, the only one of those 3 I can think of that's separated in any way, shape, or form is Malaysia. So that's my answer.
Malaysia's the right answer, Steve. Well done. You've taken the round. Sorry, Helen.
Thank you.
Not at all. Beaten by our Egghead, not in the final. Plenty of time to catch up, though, challengers. Return to us and we'll see what round 3 holds. Welsh Women Walking have lost 2 brains now from the final. The Eggheads are still all there, maybe getting back into your stride after being crushed in the last game. The next subject is film and TV.
Happy with that?
Yeah,
Jane.
What if sport comes up, that's anything?
Yeah, what if sport comes up then?
Fall on your
Well,
sword,
yeah,
I guess.
okay.
If sport comes up.
So who should we go for? Well, I would have gone for Barry, but we'll go for Kevin if you want. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with
Okay.
Kevin.
Yes, please.
All right, Jane, our company director from Welsh Women Walking, takes on Kevin. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in the question room. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Film and television against our Kevin, and would you like to go first or second, Jane?
First, please.
Here we go. Let's see if we can win one back for the challengers here. Which Hong Kong-born martial arts star, whose films include The Tuxedo and Shanghai Noon, received an honorary Oscar in 2016? Jackie Chan, Chow Yun-fat, or Steven Seagal?
I'll go with Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan is absolutely right. Well done. Kevin, which of the following is a leading Hollywood entertainment publication which mainly focuses on the film business and was first published in 1905? Varsity, Vanity, or Variety?
I don't think the other 2 are actually publications. It's Variety.
It is Variety. Could easily be Vanity.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Jane. Which American actress was nominated for acting Oscars in the 1990s for the films The Age of Innocence and Little Women? Molly Ringwald, Winona Ryder, or Mira Sorvino?
I think it's Winona Ryder.
Bang on, well done. Winona Ryder, 2 out of 2. Kevin, to catch up. Which American actress won praise for her comedic impersonation of the White House press secretary Sean Spicer on Saturday Night Live in 2017? Melissa McCarthy, Sandra Bullock, or Amy Schumer?
I think I can visualise pictures of her doing this. I think it's Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy is the right answer. Well done. This is a very tight round. Okay, see if you can get this one right, Jane. And then Kevin comes under pressure and sometimes the sprocket springs off. Who plays the role of George Warlegan in the recent TV drama series Poldark? Luke Norris, Jack Farthing, or Tom York?
I've never seen it. I'll go with Tom York.
Do you know this, Kevin?
I've not watched the new Poldark, I must admit. I maybe Luke Norris, but I'm not sure.
Jack Farthing is the answer, actually.
Okay.
Down the middle. So Kevin has a chance with the third question. Who directed the 1960s films Billy Liar, Darling and Far From the Madding Crowd, which all starred Julie Christie? Otto Preminger, John Schlesinger or Billy Wilder?
Well, certainly not the other two who were American-based. Anyway, it's John Schlesinger.
John Schlesinger is the right answer, Kevin. He's so hard to beat, isn't he, Jane? You did your best.
Oh, thank you.
That wretched third question again. So come back to us, please, and we'll play the very last round before the final. So as it stands, Welsh Women Walking have lost 3 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any. Don't worry, because I think the last team this happened to was the last team who played, wasn't it? They lost 3. They won the one that's coming, and they won the jackpot. So it can happen. It can really happen. And the next subject for you is sport.
It'll have to be a fall on your sword moment.
OK, so it's Pauline or Gwenda?
Sport's my worst subject, but yeah,
OK.
I'll go for it.
The captain goes in. Against which Egghead? And you've got left Barry or Beth, the 2 Bs.
Barry, please.
Good stuff. So Pauline from Welsh Women Walking taking on Barry from the Eggheads on sport. Please, for the last time, go to our question room. Good luck, Pauline. First or second on sport?
I'd like to go first, please.
And here we go. The MCG and the SCG are test match cricket grounds in which country? Australia, South Africa or New Zealand?
My honest answer is I don't know, but I'm going to go for South Africa.
I'm not very good on cricket myself, but I'm thinking CG probably stands for cricket ground, so the M would be something and the S would be something. And Barry, what do you think?
Well, I think it stands for Melbourne Cricket Ground and Sydney Cricket Ground.
Indeed, Australia is the answer, Pauline, sorry. OK, Barry, the American Jack Dempsey, nicknamed the Manasseh Mauler, was a world champion in which sport in the 1920s? Darts, boxing or snooker?
He's one of my favourite sportsmen, Jack Dempsey. He opened a restaurant in New York, which I would have loved to have gone to, but he was a famous world champion in boxing.
Boxing is quite right. Pauline, back to you. Which tennis player defeated Venus Williams in the 2017 Wimbledon Women's Singles Final? Is it Garbine Muguruza, Simona Halep or Angelique Kerber?
I'm sure my teammates would know this. I'm going to go for Angelique Kerber.
Let me check with your teammates. What do you think?
I'd have gone for that, but I don't know.
But I don't know.
Are we watching that? Anyone, Eggheads here?
Muguruza.
Garbine Muguruza is the answer. Don't worry, Pauline, I know it's not your subject. Or Barry, you have a chance to book your place in the final now. In 2017, which American golfer won the men's British Open for the first time? Barry, was it Zach Johnson, Phil Mickelson or Jordan Spieth?
It wasn't Phil Mickelson. I'm just thinking, has Jordan Spieth won the Open? I think it was Zach Johnson.
No.
Judith has just roared no.
Oh, it was Jordan Spieth then.
Well, what do you think, Judith?
Well, the Open?
Yes.
It was Jordan Spieth.
It was Jordan Spieth.
Oh. How
Sorry,
quickly we
Barry.
forget.
Well, Judith
him.
has been, watching, listening to sport, a lot of sport.
Yep.
Yep. So, third question, Pauline. This is good because Barry's just missed the chance to knock you out. So get this right and then he comes under a bit of pressure. Who was the manager of Manchester United when they were relegated to the second level division of English football at the end of the 1973-74 season? Was it Tommy Docherty, Don Revie or Laurie McMenemy?
Oh, my husband would be screaming at the television right now. I don't think it's Tommy Docherty for some reason. I'm going to go for Don Revie.
Don Revie. Who's our Man U player? We haven't got Dave
I'm
here.
a Man U fan.
He's a fan.
Okay, you're a fan. So was Don Revie ever...
Leeds.
He was Leeds. Laurie McMenemy was...
He had a few clubs, Southampton.
Southampton. Okay, so the answer is Tommy Docherty, Pauline, sorry. And that means Barry is in the final round. The captain's been knocked out from our challenges, but they've still got their eyes on the prize. Come back to us, we'll play the final. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So, Pauline, Helen, Jane and Linda from Welsh Women Walking, would you please now leave the studio? OK, Gwenda, here we are. Not quite the plan, I know.
No.
So you are, I mean, you love books and literature.
I do.
Which could be handy in a quiz.
It could.
And you wrote one or put one together called what?
It's called Wales in Our Own Image, and it was published at the turn of the millennium to celebrate a new phase in Welsh life.
Sure, with its own assembly.
Own assembly, music, the arts, science, leading edge discoveries. It was an exciting time.
Well, good luck in the final round.
Thank you.
Playing to win the Welsh Women Walking £1,000 against these 5 Eggheads. Always annoying when all 5 of them are there. But also they can fall into disagreement and dispute, can't you?
Yeah.
Can happen.
As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge. You can confer. Sorry, that doesn't help you, Gwenda. The question is, can your one brain defeat these 5? And if so, we'll reissue the book with a whole chapter on how it happened and lots of colour photos. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
OK. Here is your first general knowledge question, and good luck to you. The Last Man in Europe was an early title for which book by George Orwell? Animal Farm, The Road to Wigan Pier, or 1984? The Last Man in Europe.
I don't think it was Animal Farm. I'm not familiar with The Road to Wigan Pier, so I'm going to go for 1984.
That's a brilliant bit of quizzing. You're absolutely right. 1984 is the right answer. OK, Eggheads. In a standard knockout tournament, how many teams in total usually take part in the quarterfinals? 2, 4, or 8?
8 teams in quarterfinals.
So 4 for the semis.
4 times 2.
8 for quarterfinals. Yeah.
Quarterfinals are, so there's 4. So you need 2 times, so it makes 8.
8 is right. Well done, Beth, team. 1 each. Back to you, Gwenda, for the Welsh Women Walking. Just keep the pressure on. Steven Spielberg was one of the original creators of which popular video game franchise? Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, or Soldier of Fortune?
Call of Duty and Medal of Honor sound more military, where I think Soldier of Fortune could have more than one meaning. So I'm going to go Soldier of Fortune.
Let's see, this is not a fact I knew. Eggheads, do we know?
I don't know. Go for Medal of Honor.
I would go with Medal of Honor.
Because?
Well, he's very, I mean, things like, he was behind things like Band of Brothers. I mean, he's very sort of patriotic towards the American military and that sort of thing, and Medal of Honor is the highest award that is equivalent to the VC.
I see.
So,
Medal of Honor is the right answer. The Eggheads have a chance to take the lead. The Battle of Spotsylvania, which resulted in approximately 30,000 casualties, took place during which 19th century war? Eggheads, was it the Crimean War, American Civil War, or Franco-Prussian War?
American Civil War.
Yeah.
American Civil War, yeah.
We think that's the American Civil War, Jeremy.
Not the one you'd go for if you were guessing, but you're right, American Civil War. Whereabouts was it? Anyone?
Virginia.
Virginia?
It was a very, very bloody battle. The Union forces, who were the ones doing the attacking, lost incredible numbers. Unlike previous campaigns, this time the Union forces under Grant were determined to make their way all the way to Richmond, the Confederate capital. And so they just, regardless of casualties, they just kept ploughing on. And Spotsylvania was one of the worst of those.
American Civil War is the right answer. Well done. You need to get this one right, Gwenda.
I know.
All fingers are crossed backstage. The Ministry of All the Talents was the name given to a British coalition government in the early part of which century? 15th, 17th, or 19th?
I'm trying to work out which monarch or reign that might be relevant to. Charles II's going through my head for some reason, so I'm going to say 17th.
There was a version of this. Gordon Brown had some government of all the talents. It's not that, obviously. Eggheads?
19th.
19th.
Led by?
Was it Grenville?
Grenville, yeah. Followed Pitt.
19th century is the answer, Gwenda. Sorry, no way back. We have to say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won! Ah, commiserations. Just the odd one they got.
Oh no, they played really well. I didn't stand a chance.
But they come off the back of a defeat, remember, so they get on, particularly on their
Certainly
mettle.
stood a chance.
Anyway, the Eggheads have done what comes naturally. They've reigned supreme over Quizland. Once again, bouncing back eggs. It does mean you won't be going home with the £1,000, so the money rolls over to our next show. Been brilliant to see you playing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Welsh Walkers. And congratulations, Eggheads. I wonder if you'll be beaten next time. Oh, Barry, you had a question.
Oh, yes, indeed. Born in 1889, what unique double was achieved by British politician Philip Noel Baker? And I'll give you a clue. He also was the man who organised the 1948 London Olympics.
Was he a gold medal winner and Prime Minister?
No, but you're getting there.
Go on, tell me.
He won an Olympic medal. It wasn't a gold, but he won an Olympic medal. But he also won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, gosh.
It's an incredible double when you come to think of it.
Thank you, Barry. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads. £2,000 says they don't. Till then, goodbye.